What's up, people? Welcome to Palmetto Cats Live. We're making Fatboy rigs
Woo.
and chatting. You guys said after the last one that you wanted more stuff like this, and that's what we're doing. We're here, baby. Also, I have the illustrious two stands up here. Boom, boom, bam.
Boom, boom, bam.
And um, and he's not small because I'm being disrespectful. He's small so you can see the rigs.
That's right.
Um, but I'm also streaming live on Palmetto Live, which is my new tournament streaming. Actually, it'll be all my live streaming content moving forward. And once I get a good customer base on it, I mean. But that link is in the description. If you're not subscribed to Palmetto Live, it's the same logo, but it's white. So if you want to see all the LFTL tournaments that I'll be hosting, the ones that the people that are fishing on my page will be on that one instead of this one. And I discussed that last time a little bit. It's been messing with my algorithm, and
Uh,
I lose a lot of subscribers every tournament for some reason. So anyway,
Kevin, even our channel, even where I'm at, I've noticed that like I haven't grown like what I thought I would, and I think it, like you said, I think it confuses the algorithm a little bit.
it does because it's a different kind of content. And what's up, Greenwell and Dave Garcher and Uptown Chrissy
There we
Brown.
go.
G95 is in the house as well. JG, what's up, JG? Praying
Big
for
shout out to
JG.
my brother JG.
Yeah. David Smith. Look, lady, what's going on? So yeah, if you haven't popped over to, and I can see, let's see. Um, if you want to, just pop over to the other channel and give that a thumbs up and a subscribe, and you can pop back over.
We got Jody popping in. What's up, Jody?
Jody.
There we go. El Padrin in the house. How's it going?
Hey,
How's it
what's
going?
going on, man?
Kevin.
Look, I got distracted. Look what I'm trying to do. I'm tying a hook to a hook. I had already tied the hook on the leader.
Well, now if you loop knot that and put a swivel in the center, that's a double hook off to the side rig.
That's
That's a
called the
pretty.
new double fat boy. No, I'm just kidding.
that's
So
that's a double quarter pounder with cheese rig
there you
right
go.
there.
So this rig that I'm making, just so y'all know, this is the and I'll put the camera down a little bit. This is the plain Jane. It consists of a 10-aught Mustad Demon circle hook with a snell knot, and I got this glove on there so I can pull it real tight. And this is 80-pound Andy, not monster, but it's Andy leader line. Then we take a plain white 3-inch peg float,
A plain white.
plain white, like a plain Jane, black and white. It's all black and white. That's why it's called plain Jane. Then we take a black rattle, just one. We're not trying to be fancy on this one.
What's up, Shirley T?
Yeah. What's up, Shirley? We're not trying to be fancy. This is just a plain Jane for all you anglers out there who don't like a lot of flash, but enjoy a good Santee Cooper rig.
Well, and there's some of us older anglers that really appreciate that kind of thing, Kevin.
Then you got a 3-way bump and swivel, and those
There you go.
beads glow. Not that it makes too much difference, but it may. And I tie that around. This is 80 pounds, so if you see me twist and you're like, that's only like 3 twists, that's because it's a boy. We tie the knots I tie are an easy snell and an improved clinch knot. And if anybody
Damn.
wants to know, I've never had an improved clinch knot come off on me or pop or anything. So
Nope.
I thought about doing the uni knot, but this is just as good. And then I also have a giant clip. So any weight you want to clip on here will work. Giant clip. I don't put it on there, but what you do is you clip it right here if you want it. You clip it to that third eye right there. And if you don't want it, you just put it in a tackle box.
You can always use that for some other things. That's a great idea, Kevin.
Yeah. Basically, if you have sinker slides, they're the size clip that on them green sinker slides. Jody said, and
And
fancy was my name.
what are you doing singing a Dolly Parton song out there, Jody?
Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Or of course you got that trend right now. How do you spell chauffeur? Chauffeur. Well, look at what is it? Fancy Rich McGee over here.
What are you talking about?
You haven't seen that trend yet? It's
Uh-uh.
yeah, that's a little trend out there. That's a little trend for those that do shorts and TikTok and stuff. It's check it out. How do you
And
spell
actually, it's
chauffeur?
all up. Yeah, so Greenwell, I already had your address, so that's why I said that thing is on the way. I gave away some rigs the other night, and Mike said he wanted to try one, and he didn't win one, so I sent one to him so he can try it. I don't remember which one I sent to you, probably the flasher. Anyway, there's the packaging. Um, that's the packaging for right now, made in America. But this right here, this is going to be the new packaging after we sell these right here. Doesn't that look slick? But you can pick these up. The link is in the description. FOAcustomsandgear.com.
Big shout out to Freddie.
Yep. So we got that one, and I'll make a flasher rig now. Flasher rig's the same thing. That's now I do 10 wraps. How many do you do?
Kevin, what I normally do, I normally
What's up,
do
Jesse Orley?
hey Jesse, what's up? The general rule of thumb that I go by is the amount of whatever the size hook it is, you do that many rigs. So if
Yep,
it's a
me
six
too.
aught, six twist, if you do a eight, blah blah blah. But thereabouts. It's a and that's that whole rule of thumb, Kevin. What's the best knot out there is the one that you tie the best and
Oh.
the one you're most confident in.
Well, Greenwell, I hope I sent that. I sent it to the same address. Shoot. I hope I sent it to that address. Oh, man. Let's see. My new
Great,
address is.
great to see you, Jesse. Shirley T's out there. Catfish and Katie Collins.
Yeah, I sent it to the same one. 504 East Michigan.
Oh,
Yep. I sent it to the right one.
I'm sorry. Jody is correcting us that she's saying that's Reba McIntyre.
Yeah, it is Reba. So here's the eye. So right off the bat, it's cool because it looks like an eye. But what makes it better is if the bag gets wet,
There you go.
flashes. When it comes out the water, it cuts off, so it doesn't waste your battery. Isn't that cool?
I tell you what, I'm a big believer in those flashing. I'm a big believer in the flashing lights, rattles, any of those other little things. I think that draw attention. If you're fishing in current, you're fishing in kind of off-colored water. You're fishing. I think it's kind of like somebody ringing a dinner bell, ringing the dinner bell. It just draws attention, and then they pick up the scent. They pick up the different things. I really
What's up,
do
Bill?
believe that those little things add just a little bit to it.
Yeah, we got member Bill, Catfish Bill with us. So here's how it looks. So if you got your bait
What's
on
up,
there,
Bill?
you're gonna have a flashing eye. I wonder if I got enough moisture yet. You're gonna have a flashing eye right on your hook with your bait right there. So if you're dragging bait,
Wow.
whatever, dragging
And
baits, and you get that eye right there with the flashing thing. My,
and
my foot thumb dried out.
we could see it, Kevin. And another thing that you're not mentioning I'm a big believer. You know, I fished. I've been fishing for
What's up,
over 50
Freddie?
years,
What
and
up?
that. What's up, Freddie? When you get that eye like that, a lot of things that people don't realize is predators focus on the eye, and that does look like the eye of a fish right there.
Yeah, that's why I say it's people may not think it's because it's more expensive. It's $1 more per rig, but you know, once the flasher's done, you still have something that can flash. You still have that eye. Thanks for the link there, JG. So we got a red 3-inch red float and a red uh, rattle, blood red, and then the rest of it's the same. That 3-way bump and swivel and the clip.
Yeah.
So right now, y'all need to get these on FOA Customs and Gear site while they're cheap.
You
Because
know,
right now, margins are very thin because we're trying to get the word out.
that's right. That's right.
I think you can get what is it the purple peanut and
We got the purple peanut and the flasher in stock still. We are out of the plain Jane right now.
I got a whole box of them coming to you.
I'm telling you, us older guys with the plain Janes,
But
we're
the
we're
plain
catching
Jane
fish.
and the purple peanut are what, $5,
$5. Five.
and then the flasher is $6.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
It might
That's
need to
less than a Starbucks coffee.
be $6.50.
It's still less than a Starbucks coffee.
But they will go up, just like I was explaining in the last live stream. People always complain when prices go up, but supply and demand. You know. Oh, we got to put the clip in there.
There you go, JG. Thank you, thank you. There's JG Hill. What's up, my brother JG? Palmetto Live YouTube channel. There's the link. YouTube.
Yeah,
Yada yada yada.
there, subscribe, and come back. So there's the red, the flasher rig.
All
And
right.
I thought the only thing I was worried about was maybe the flasher could scare off fish, but we've caught some fish on the flasher. I caught fish on the flasher in Tennessee too. So all you Tennessee people.
Well, I'm just gonna say the last fish we caught on a flashing light was 63 pounds. I'm just saying it.
Ooh, I've never caught a 63-pound fish.
That's right.
What's up, Mike Irvin? Burrito
Last-
catfish lady.
Last
Mad
fish.
Chatter catfishing.
We got Mike Irvin. How's it going, Mike? Good to see you.
Don R's in the house.
Don R. It was great to see Kevin Don R. was out fishing a tournament this past Sunday. Always great to see the Don R. out there. Burrito catfishing lady. I'm not talking to her right now.
Katie Collins in the house. Fishing Fever, Austin.
I'm not talking to Burrito catfishing lady right now. She is my mortal enemy till after the King of the Tennessee this Saturday night. She's on.
It ain't no biggie. I'm gonna win it, and then it's all good.
Yeah, you're another one, Freddie. You're on. You can still use code 2stands10 at foacustomsgear.com, but Freddie's my enemy until Sunday morning, because this Saturday night we got the King of the Tennessee. Go team 2stands at the King of the Tennessee. Half the anglers are on my channel, 2stands Fishing. The other half are on Dustin's channel. And I'm, because I think it was just because Daryl's on my channel, but I've automatically became the bad guy just because I'm associating with Daryl. Everybody's like, "Oh, Dustin and his anglers, they're so nice. I'm going with Dustin."
Here's the purple peanut, guys. Purple peanut has two rattles on it. Purple float, same hook, same knots. Freddie's already got a number of, and if these aren't your colors, Freddie's already got colors, different color greens and oranges, a Santee Cooper rig. So if
That's right.
my colors are not your colors, shoot on over to FOA Customs and Gear because he's got your color.
Yeah.
So you support Freddie, you support everybody. I will have 2 more rigs coming. I've ordered the stuff for them. Nice. I will have the Fatboy. So there's the packaging for the purple peanut. I will have the Fatboy. Hey, Freddie, you want to see the new stickers coming in? The new branding
yeah.
right there.
Nice.
That way it fits with your company and your brand pretty good.
It does. I like it.
Only thing is not veteran made. Can't say that. Veteran sold.
Yeah.
Well, you could say it's veteran approved.
There you go.
I approve. I approve.
Ooh, I need that sticker. Dang it. I already bought them.
There you go, Kevin. There you go.
The next round of stickers will.
There you go. I wholeheartedly approve. That's right. That's right. Just ask Stan 3. You know, one thing with Stan 3 is his OCD. His colors have to match. Like, it's crazy. He's got the, it's got to have, if he's got an orange rod on the right, it's got to be an orange rod on the left, two whites, whatever. Like, and then he matches the floats and stuff to the pole. It's just nuts.
Huh? Well,
he's just crazy.
You know what gave me the idea to do these? Because I was like, I'm not going to make rigs because everybody else is doing it, and it's already saying. But then I saw a buddy that I fish with in the tournaments, and he's got Mad Catz rods, and he's got rigs that match his rods. I was like,
"Yep,
light bulb."
That's what Stan 3 does.
Yeah,
he matches the rods, his rigs to his rods.
We match everything else. We might as well. JG said Freddie has a ton of color of a lot of his rigs. You can fish in style, rigs matching your rod color. There you go.
There you go.
And then catch fish with that. You got power to my channel, don't you?
To me?
No, I thought Stan did.
I did. You know what? Kevin, I would just have to pop out and come back in.
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it. So, Catchfish with us said, I just placed my order for some flashers. Get busy, Freddie.
You know what's happened, Kevin, is the StreamYard app. If you're a guest on somebody else's show, it's way better than going in as a guest on StreamYard.com.
Yeah.
Because you can see chat, you can do these other things, and
yeah,
I didn't even think about that. I just went straight in on the app. But as a guest, it's way better. If you're a guest on somebody's, if you got StreamYard app and you've got an iPhone, it's strictly for iPhone. Yeah. The StreamYard app is working amazing right now as a guest on somebody else's channel.
Oh man, I got hooked to the bottom of my chair.
Man, I gotta find some rigs to tie or something. I feel like one of these things is not like the others. There's Kevin making his rigs, Freddie's there busy doing his stuff. But hey, I guess, you know what, Kevin? I guess that since y'all are both busy doing that, I'm kind of hosting this thing here.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. That's kind of my specialty anymore. That's been the biggest thing. Like, people are joking, who's fishing next? Who's giving up fishing to go hosting? Brian B. or Stan? Kevin, here's an idea. I don't know if we thought of this yet. I know you got the Golden Whisker nomination committee, but I think, one of the things that I've noticed we haven't had out there, and maybe I've noticed it because that's pretty much all I do anymore. Host of the year. What about host of the year?
What would be the qualifications for it?
Well, who's done the most hosting jobs? No. That's too simple. I don't know. We'd have to come up with something, but it's just the anglers that go out there. They're going out there. They're doing that thing. But for those of us that are hosting, you've got set up your studio. You've got different things that you're doing all the time. I know that for myself, we've gone up to the. Since I'm doing a lot of hosting, I've got the Pro Series StreamYard, so you get a better video.
You got live scope StreamYard.
Live scope. There you go. Live scope StreamYard. No, I think it would have to be the same thing as like the host that portrays the catfish community. the standards of the catfish community. We're family friendly. We're the catfish and fishermen in general is our main focus. We're, we try to be educational and entertaining. I think that it's just something to talk about. Just an idea. Just an idea.
I think it's a good idea. Why not, right?
Yeah. I mean, because, let's face it, Kevin, like that's, we put a lot of, for those of us that are hosting, just with the live fishing, we'll just go live fishing tournament league. I'm not talking about stand day or any of that other stuff, but just live fishing tournament league.
No, I mean
You've
I
got to
think
get
it
all
should
the,
be. I think it should be host in general.
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
let's pause. Let's
absolutely.
pause on that for a
Absolutely.
second. Austin's got a new short he put out. Check it out. I thought it was going to be inappropriate for a minute. Let's hit
Oh my goodness.
How do we make this full screen? Can you? Can y'all see
You
it?
know, I'm thinking of ordering that same bikini.
All right, here we go.
No, bro, I was trying to talk about awesome fishing gear. Anyway, I was going to tell you about FOACustomsandgear.com. They got awesome rods that we catch monster fish with. They got donkey hooks. They got regular sized hooks and bright bite hooks that glow in the dark. They got regular line, leader line, got floats. Oh, hey, that looks good. Whoa, man. They got planer boards. They got dragon weights, inline beads, three-way swivels, anything you could need, and use code FEVER10 for 10% off at FOACustomsandgear.com. Veteran owned by a wonderful couple, Freddie and Nina.
Nice.
Oh.
Bravo.
That's so sweet.
Bravo.
Jody says she put us on the TV while she's doing chores.
There you go. There you go. And that is, in my opinion, right there, that is what shorts are all about. It's about having fun. It's about, that's what shorts are about. In my opinion.
It was in the chair, JG. It was in the chair wheel.
Creole catfishing, what's up?
Hey, Nina.
And me thinking about that, about having fun with shorts, that's like I think Austin is just he's throwing the gauntlet out there for me. He's been blowing me away with these funny shorts. So I've got to catch up. I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, there's our friend Murillo.
What's up, Mikey?
I define a great host as one who's organized, keeps good conversation, and pace on the show, keeps us in chat, entertains us. Well, that's good that he's got a good definition because he's on the committee. Yeah.
I am glad that he didn't say anything about being on time for every show.
Oh, that is the next category. I'm sorry.
No, come on. Me and my big mouth.
Yeah. I told somebody today, I said, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than ask permission.
Absolutely.
And they were like, they didn't know what I was talking to as a kid. And so I said, they said, I don't know what that means. I said, just keep your mouth shut. Your mouth tends to get you in more trouble when you open it than if you keep it closed.
Story of my life, Kevin. I know you know me well enough to know that that's true.
Me too. And I've always been the person that wears my heart on the shoulder. I don't really hide things. I don't have a secret life. People think that sometimes you're different, and sometimes my mouth gets me in trouble because I say what I mean, and I guess people don't think that I'm thinking that, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Get you in trouble. Let's see.
I've always said that when you are important, they will wait. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Michael. Thank you.
But if you're not important, you're fired.
Oh, oh, touche. Just when you, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you pointing that out.
What's up, Josh? How you doing?
What's going on, Josh?
A big shout out to Joshua Parham. I was glad I got to meet him. A lot of us did this year at CatCon.
He's
And
become a
now
regular on live streams and everything. It's good to finally see him.
that's right. And I think he's doing some stuff on Saturday nights with
All right, Katie.
Catfish Nation. Yeah. Oh, so I tell you what, Kevin, I was like, I was so pumped up this past weekend. I was lucky enough to get to co-host the guard dog pro staff tournament they had, and Catfish and Katie Collins was out there. She's one
All
of my
right.
favorites, since day one when I got, and I've actually got to meet her. Another thing, we're talking about CatCon. Got to meet her there, and she's just such a sweetheart and such just a positive energy. She was just awesome. So it was great to see you out there fishing,
He was in
Katie.
the first Iron Cat.
That's right. That's right. And she actually
She got
put forth.
she got the raw end of the deal on that one, but we won't bring that up.
No, no, but hey, man, like you said, everything is a journey, and
Right.
man, I think it's been a great experience as a person that's been with it since day one. What a great experience! What a great, you know, uh, 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 if everything is just easy, nobody follows. It's not. It doesn't mean anything. But what a journey from day one to now. I've been proud to be last place and first place, and mostly second place. But I've always been proud to be part of the Iron Cat. That's you can always say that if you're fishing it, you're proud to be in it. So
Yeah. Stands not ladies on stand time. Here's Jeff. What's up, Jeff? And there's Curtis. What's going on, Curtis? Ever since Austin made that short with the girl who was showing off the kind of weird machine,
yeah.
and he made fun of it. I had never seen that short. Now I see it 3 times a day,
Oh, everywhere, everywhere.
but in its
That's,
original form. I see the original one,
yep.
and you know why I see it now? Because Austin, somebody stole your idea. The redheaded, what you call him? Oh man, he's a big like buff guy, and he actually
Hillbilly. He's a hillbilly. Oh, why can't I think of his name? I think hillbilly's in his name. He's an actual comedian. Like he does stand up across the country. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I don't know if it's the same guy. This guy is pretty unrefined. No,
Yeah, he's got
you're talking about the long haired guy.
no,
Redneck
dude.
guy in leggings.
This
Yeah,
guy's bald, and he
Yep.
goes to the gym every day. He wears cut off shorts.
yeah.
Let me find his name. Yes. And for those that
Okay.
watched
What's up,
Dustin
big
and I
man?
fishing, for those that
Oh,
watched
Bear, Ginger Billy, Ginger
Ginger
Billy.
Billy, yes, thank you, yes. For those that watched
Mark
Dustin and
Colburn,
I,
what's up, Colburn? Look, the best weighmaster in the world, Mark Colburn.
Yes, he is, Mr. Mark.
Mark Colburn.
Yes, Kevin. We added the little. Can't really see it from that angle.
Nice. You haven't seen. This is what they look like now. Go ahead, show it.
See, that's in the packaging. We got a little label there. It's not going to come in focus that great, but it's that with all the information on it.
Here's the second iteration.
Yep, that's the new.
But then this is the third iteration. This will be after this round. I'll have these on there. So
and the fourth round may say veteran approved. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
once I burn through the labels that I bought, we'll do the new ones. And actually, Mark, our other partner, Daniel, in the tournament league that we fish. What rig am I making? Oh, Purple Peanut. Daniel's the one that gave me the idea to do this. The different colors, because he had a purple cork, a pink cork. I want to do a pink cork too, but I can't find a purple rattle. So I'm going to do a pink cork with a purple cork with a pink rattle, because Lori's makes them like that. So I might call it the X rig or something like that.
Kevin, if you don't mind, JG Hill said he's about to order some stuff from Freddie. There's a bunch. We just want you ordered from Freddie. but there is a bunch of Freddie Pro Staff codes out there. You can use FTW10. You can use uh, Hammocks 10. You can use Fever
Yep.
10. You can use
There's
TSW
Chris's
10.
order right
You
there. There's his 5. I'm getting ready to pack them up, and I'm
Nice. Thanks,
Woohoo!
Chris. Appreciate it, man.
JG. JG,
then
you can
his
even use code 2stands10.
then his
As long
towel
as
to
you
go
order
with
from
it.
FOA, that's what we want.
His LFTL towel, and then I got his 2 stands towel, and a TSW
Woohoo!
towel, and a water towel. I got to make up real quick to put in the order. So I got a little work to do tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to find Tar Heel blue corks. If anybody knows, I mean, I know you can get them from
But right now, this is what I'm working on for license plates right now,
nice.
in the
Wow.
white and in the black or catfish clothing.
I know you can get them from Alibaba. Like they'll design whatever you want, but you had to buy like 3,000 of them,
Yeah.
and I'm not at that point, Rest. I do have the capability of doing crimped rigs. I just don't know if you wouldn't want to buy them for how much they cost. Crimped rigs, I don't know. That's a whole different cost because instead of knots, you're buying another part.
Yep.
I did a cost analysis on these, and the price we got them set right now, neither me and Freddie are making a killing. But we're getting the word out, and eventually they'll be a household name, right, Freddie?
That's right. That's the goal. Get it out there.
That's right.
Before we raise prices, because we, of course, how the economy is. We can't keep this price the whole time, or we won't never make anything off of them. Right now, it's just
you'll make enough to buy you a sweet tea while you make more rigs.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. That's good. I'm glad you're being positive, JG. Makes it
Absolutely.
Crimps
Yeah,
are
they'll be.
super cheap. Yeah, they're cheap, but they're just it's another thing. You know what I'm saying? I think someone should make crimp rigs. That'll give Freddie another thing to sell in the store that he don't have to make.
It's
And if Freddie ever got the will, I would even make all the Santee rigs for him, so he don't have to do nothing. Kevin, look into buying white floats and dyeing them. Yeah, I have the white floats right here. I'm just the only thing I'm worried about. I thought about the dyeing. That's a great idea, but I'm worried about toxins. Thompson's Outdoors and more. I guess you could use food coloring, right?
You could use food dye,
Kevin, here
but
you
I
go.
don't know
You
how
dyed
well.
them. Oh, Kevin, we'll talk about this off stage.
Yeah, don't talk about all our ideas.
No, I got a great one. I got it for you.
I didn't think about food coloring. You gotta see how
it's better than food coloring. I got the idea.
everything's a price point. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Every extra step and every extra piece of equipment that's involved with it.
How much are they, John? The rigs are the plain Jane is $4, and the purple peanut is $5. Sorry, they're $5. But then you got to pay shipping too, so you got to get a few to make it worth your while.
That's right.
I'm requesting some black floats. Yeah, there's black floats out there. Freddie actually sells some on his site.
He absolutely does.
But they're not cost effective. I know
they're pretty expensive. You know, a 2-pack. We got a 2-pack. We're called the Midnight. I think it's the Midnight pack.
Yeah.
Comes with 2 3-inch black peg floats and 2 black rattles, and that's $4 or $5 just because they're so expensive.
Yeah, they are. Because I was going to buy them, it's just not cost effective. because the initial plain Jane was going to be a black float and a white rattle or glow rattle or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then I couldn't find them, so I found the white floats, and I was like, yes. But you can get anything on Alibaba if you got about $2,000.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guys that make the camouflage floats get them from Alibaba. I saw them on there. I guess I better start making more flasher rigs if people are buying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the flasher rig, like I said, I think everything, catfish, their main sense is a sense of, what we consider smell or taste. That's basically, they have taste buds, literally millions of taste bud cells on their entire body. So the scent or smell or taste, whatever you want to call it. But if you have an extra, whether it's a flasher or a rattle or whatever, along with that scent, it draws their attention in that direction, and then they pick up the scent. Like I said, the last fish that we caught, and Freddie, you definitely remember this. The last fish that Stan 3 and I caught on a flasher was
Mm-hmm.
63 pounds. And that's kind of when, that was kind of the Freddie float. I think we were calling it Freddie float or whatever at that time, but that's kind of a pre FOA type deal, and look what's happened since then. So I
Yep.
definitely
That's
believe
when
in
we
the
first
flasher.
started. We wanted to try those flasher style floats, and they work. It's just, again, that's another one of those things that wasn't cost effective for us
Yeah,
to
Yep,
put on the
absolutely,
machine.
flashers are expensive.
absolutely.
Um, like really, we should be charging like $8 a rig for the flasher, but I know people wouldn't buy it unless they've tried it. So,
Yep.
so here. Well, let me finish it and I'll show you. So I do have a. Had somebody already tell me, well, I don't use peg float. I don't use 3-inch peg floats. I use Kamal floats because they float big baits like in Alabama. This person fishes in Alabama, and I said, well, I was toying around with trying to come out with a uh, one called the Fatboy rig, and it's going to be a 2-inch Kamal float, a big round oval float.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do a green one, um, and do the big Kamal float. So that'll be called the Fat Boy one, and then I was going to do the purple float with the pink rattles because I saw that's what Lori likes to use. She makes her own. But here's the so all the rigs have a at this time they have a 10-aught Mustad Demon circle hook. Uh, the flasher when it gets wet, and I just moisten the back of my thumb so I can show you. Whenever it gets wet, it flashes, and then once
It's
it comes
pretty
up the
cool looking in
water,
the water.
Oh, so Kevin, I see green, I see red. That's a pretty cool.
green, red, white, yellow, orange, blue.
That is cool.
It cycles, and
It's
then
like, wow.
once the battery dies, then you can't replace it. Like they're one and done, but you still got a fisheye there. And that's what we were talking about earlier. If you
Yep,
got your bait right here and a fisheye right there in front of your bait,
dude.
that's gonna flash.
Dude,
And so this
like I
sits
said,
right down on the hook.
Kevin, I've been fishing 50 plus years, and every single predator in the water, every single predator. I don't care if you're fishing for catfish. I don't care if you're fishing for pike, muskie, bass. Every single predator in the water will focus on the eye. They see that flash of the eye. They see the shine in the eye. Every single predator focuses on the eye.
Need a Fat Boy rig called the buffet.
Hmm. What was the name of the buffet we went to last year at the not this past year, the one before at CatCon?
We'll just call
We
it China buffet.
There we go. There we go. We won't give them credit because that was kind of they did not treat us with the respect that we needed.
That'll
They should have said, "Oh, famous fisherman, we stay
the
open
gold,
extra hour just for you."
the Golden Corral rig.
Yeah.
No, I know what to call it. All you can eat rig.
There you go. There you go.
The all-you-can-eat rig.
The eyes have it, Jody said. That's a good one.
But on
The
that
buffet,
one,
you know, that's a good. That
what would you make it? Because it'd have to be pretty,
well,
colorful. If it's a buffet.
it'd have to have a flasher. It'd have to have, the inline rattles. It'd have to have a spook, possibly. $9 a rig.
The bottomless rig. I call it the fat bottom girl.
Go round.
Yeah, it'll be like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mislabel that one. That one was Queen. I'm not gonna mislabel. I said Dolly Parton instead of Reba before. I lose my country card over that one, Kevin.
Who that texting me? Oh, we might have a
Yeah,
guest.
gonna be $10 though. But hey, if people will spend whatever for a chunky rug, chunky rig. You never know. You never know.
Hey, I saw, and I was on Amazon. No, I was on eBay, and I found exactly the same thing. The Wabam rig that Chunky makes. I found it on Amazon. Somebody's making the same exact thing.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I know that kind of sucks because it's his.
Well,
I mean, they're stealing ideas, but how popular is your channel when you have people selling it on eBay, copying it. And then here's the other thing.
You know what?
I saw somebody make
Kevin, people are. Go ahead.
I think you're lagging a little bit. I saw people making TikToks that said, "Don't buy a Triple City Anglers rig. You can just make one." And it was like the most terrible rig ever. But they were calling it a Triple City rig instead of a Santee Cooper rig. And so I thought that was awesome for Haz and them because they got people, that never seen fishing before, and they're looking to them for rigs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. And I know to some of the veteran guys, they're like, "That's a Santee Cooper rig," but what's up, Catfish Tim?
What's going on, Kevin?
What's up,
Hey,
Tim?
look at that. There's 2 stands. Holy moly. I can't hardly read that, but it says
Frederick's Print Press.
Oh, it's Freddie. Holy moly. What's going on?
All right, now we can look at the science behind the Santee Cooper rig. Now that the Catfish scientist is up here.
Yes.
So I'm making rigs. I don't know if you knew that. Me and Freddie kind of joined forces, and I'm making some just ordinary rigs.
Okay.
Tell me what you think about this one. It's called the Flasher rig. So, and I know this hook is small for you, but it's a 10-aught Mustad Demon Circle hook.
Okay.
And then right up on the hook is an eyeball.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the best part. Whenever the eyeball gets wet.
Oh, look at that.
So when it comes out the water, I just put some moisture on my thumb. So then after that, you have a regular Santee Cooper rig.
Okay.
With a rattle. 80-pound monofilament leader to a 3-way bump and swivel.
Sweet.
And then it's got an oversized clip that you can clip on it for your weight.
I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with that rig.
There you go.
Let's go into the
Epic
history.
Catfish endorsed. There we go.
There you go. That's version 5. Epic endorsed.
No, wait, Kevin, it's a veteran and Epic Catfish endorsed. So there you go.
Yeah.
Tim, do you use Santee
let's talk
Cooper rig?
about why the Santee Cooper rig was invented. Now, I don't know the guy that
I do. I met him.
That's right.
I fished with him.
And think about, and I met him too.
Guess where I got this idea from?
And what we did not talk about is one of the most important. Whenever you're fishing a lake, especially, Kevin knows full well how much eelgrass there is on Santee Cooper, correct?
More in the river than anything, but yeah.
Well, and there used to be a lot in the lake. You know, I'd say 25 years ago, it was a lot more clear back in the old Channel Cat days. And I don't know what has happened to it since, but you could watch shows. I watched several shows. Hank Parker fished it. Bill Dance fished it for Big Channel Cats. A lot of guys did. And it looked very clear to me. And I'm thinking back to my days of pond fishing where you had a underlying vegetation on the bottom that stuck up like a foot. And so it just makes sense to have a float to keep it up above that vegetation, because all you
Absolutely.
do with a regular rig, like a Texas rig or a Carolina rig, is just bury it in the moss. And so, you got to get up above that. Now, how I use before, and I didn't think about the Carolina rig or, the Santee Cooper rig. All I did was use what's called a paternoster rig. That means your sinker's on the bottom, your hook is up, and then you have a float to keep that hook from being way down. That was my only solution to it, and it worked on farm ponds and vegetate. Anywhere where there might be like shallows with lily pads and maybe some milfoil and cabbage and all that stuff. Now you got me seminaring, I'm telling you. But I like that.
No.
And let's talk about some eyeball science. You want to hear my theory
Tim,
on eyeball science?
before you get to that,
yeah.
Hold on, Tim. Before you get to that, was off the bottom thing. Like we were talking about that this past weekend on several shows. Getting that bait up above that. Like people think catfish are always that bottom. They will come up. They'll be suspended feet off the bottom. Especially blue cats. Yes, I'm a blue cat fisherman. Yeah, especially blues. You get all that junk on the bottom. You get the weeds. You get the gunk, the muck and stuff. They're not down there like digging. A carp will mess around on the bottom and pop stuff up. They'll puff stuff up and do that stuff.
And dude, they'll suspend too. I mean, every fish will suspend. Every fish will feed in any part of the water column that's paying them off. If you think about it,
absolutely.
If they can be a foot off bottom and that they're contacting the bait fish and doing the plankton thing or whatever, it doesn't matter what fish it is.
Well, how much would blue cats rather be, a couple feet up off, rather than digging through all the grass and the crap, the junk in their face and everything? It's just up above it, and they're just.
I see that a lot on slow water, such as lakes or like the James River when the tide's not really ripping. I saw it on the Potomac. I saw blue cats suspended 10 foot off the bottom around a corner, and there was droves of them.
Austin said this went from 3 guys hanging out to a college credit class. Yeah, make sure
there you go.
Make sure you sign in by hitting the thumbs up and sharing the live stream.
Thanks, Austin.
Nice. So let's talk about the science of the eyeball. All right, now follow this with me. Now I can't talk to catfish. I wish I could. I don't know their language, and I don't think they're smart enough to converse. But
wait, I thought you did talk to cat. You got to go, Joe.
There is an obvious connection between the Tapetum lucidium that exists in shad, mooneye, all bait fish that we use. Flatheads will key on it. I don't have proof of it as far as blues, but I know flatheads will key on it because they will literally seek out heads on certain days, especially in the post spawn. They will seek out heads and hit heads 5 to 1.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 to 1. It's silly.
Epic.
So
before you came in here, that is pretty much the exact words that I used to describe it. Pretty much the exact words.
Tapetum lucidium and everything.
You didn't say
absolutely.
You didn't say tapioca and
yeah, you didn't say no tapioca pudding.
That's just
pretty much.
That's just the Latin word that describes the light gathering apparatus.
You didn't say titanium and
Kevin, Epic. Here's what I said. I said every predator out there. If it's a predator fish, they focus in on the eyes. They focus in on it. That's the
Always,
word I
always
use.
have,
but
always will.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. You know, we're pretty similar.
Right.
I
But-
didn't maybe use the scientific words that you did.
But now
we're pretty
let's
close.
think of
We're
this.
pretty close.
The catfish has the most efficient tapetum lucidium itself. Their light gathering apparatus in their eyes is
Mhm.
stronger than almost any fish besides a walleye. And we all know that walleye, their eyes glow. Channel cat's eyes glow, flathead's eyes glow, and so, you know, in like a camera flash. So, I mean, you don't even need to count the rods, the cones, and the, you know, all that light reflecting stuff. You just know
Thank you,
that
JG.
they have great night vision. So if a shad eye is gathering light down there in 12 foot of water, and believe it or not, there is light at 12 foot of water, they will naturally glow, especially to a flathead. We may not see it, but a flathead will see it. Those eyes will stick out like a sore thumb. But I have not had a flathead confirm that to me with a yes or no. just with anecdotal evidence.
They probably would if you stopped putting hooks in their mouth.
I know they would. They'd be a lot nicer.
So I got 3 different ones. The next one is for the no nonsense angler like yourself, Epic.
Okay.
Like I know you probably don't use Santee rigs, but because you got enough current where you don't really need it. But this one is the same hook, and I'm not wearing the
Mustad
gloves
hooks.
because I'm a
Mustad
sissy.
hooks.
But I'm wearing the gloves so I can pull that snell knot real tight, guys.
Yeah.
Real
Oh,
tight.
yeah. Yeah, that's a nice snell knot. Look at that. That's textbook, Kevin.
Textbook.
Textbook.
And then this one has a white peg float. No
Okay.
nonsense.
Yep.
Just a
Plain.
Santee rig, just to keep the bait up off the bottom.
Yep. No flash. Or maybe you got white rods and you want to match it. Maybe you are bougie. You just like black and white.
I don't
Well-
care about matching rods. You all know that. But I am a big
love-
fan of white.
I do love the
Black
white.
and white
Absolutely.
hook. That's it.
And
What's up,
FOA
Ernie?
FOA rods are white. I'm just saying. FOA rods are white.
That'll
Yeah.
match your FOA rods perfectly. But we've actually caught plenty of fish in the Cooper River with these. All of them catch fish, guys. I'm not trying to catch the fish with them. I'm trying to catch you. But no, the flasher I've caught more on the flasher and the purple peanut than the plain Jane. But I didn't
Kevin?
make as many plain Janes, so
Kevin, I would like to do an experiment on that flasher.
I'm gonna send all 3 of. I'm gonna wait till I get my Fatboy rig in. I'm gonna make a Kamal float, 2-inch Kamal float to float big baits. And once I get those in, I'll send you some to try.
Okay. Now, remember the Mississippi's going to be super flooded this year. I don't look for it to be really fishable for 30 days or so.
Now-
we're just getting pounded by rain.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, it's bad.
Epic.
But I have a contingency plan. So we'll see.
Epic, I'm gonna
You
ask.
might be lagging. You might need to log out and come back, buddy.
All right, I'll log out. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm lagging too a little bit, but that's because we have storms. Oh yeah.
So that's
Man,
the.
that even looks like Kevin right there.
Oh, wait till you see. This is the new packaging coming soon. After this
Mhm.
round is done, but I'll have this. I'm really proud of that right there.
Fatboy rigs, huh?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to name them Palmetto rigs because then people watch my channel and go, "Why would I want to fish with that?" And I got one
Kevin?
called the purple.
Kevin, I'm telling you, get into Lake Marion, get your dragon weights out, go 0.5 to 0.9 with the wind, put your drift socks out, and you will catch monsters. You're just gonna have.
I know they're out there. I just
whatever.
You know what the main thing is time on the water, buddy.
I know it is. It is.
I don't have the time on the water. I'm going to Alaska on Saturday though.
Woo!
Yeah.
You got to be excited about that.
Oh man, super! I've spent so much money. Like I'm ready for it to be done so I can stop spending money. But it's a once in a lifetime thing for me. It is anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
That's a
we've been
beautiful
planning.
thing. I'm happy
We've been,
for you, brother.
we've been planning it for 2 years, and Dad got cancer last year, so we couldn't go. So,
Yeah.
but I just bought me some new boat shoes, and I got SD cards to fill up, memory cards, and
Nice.
what's up, Steve Brown and Susquehanna Stan and G Style. What's going on, guys? Thanks for 42 people. Wow, hit the thumbs up, everybody. So this is the purple peanut. This one has got 2 rattles on it, and that's pretty much it. So none of them are really like extravagant, like with beads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But something looks pretty cool. Those
Little
guys
something,
who
something.
those guys who like the matching rods and everything. And G Style said, "Epic catfish. What do you think after the rain? A lot of wood holding on a back current. Good place for monster cats."
Yeah, as long as the water isn't in the trees. If it's in the trees, it's anybody's guess where the big ones are at. And even if it is, there's certain stretches of river that, maybe it's like 4 foot deep through the woods and over islands and up the bank and whatever. I'll usually concentrate on more steep bank to at least if the river's within its banks, then I don't have to try and guess where a giant catfish is going to be. Now, sometimes you just can't ledger in a situation like that. And you certainly can't, use a spot lock trolling motor to deal with that. So sometimes you're just going to have to go off the beaten path and take kind of a tougher situation and just gut it out, I guess. I mean, that's kind of my contingency plan. And let me describe what's going on in the Mississippi right now. For flatheads, the optimum level where I fish is 10 foot. Last weekend or the weekend before, it was 15. Not very optimal. Where it's going to go is 25 to 30. And farther south where I'm going to fish, it's going to have 30 foot stacked on top of it within 2 weeks. On top of my 25, 30, 40 foot holes. It's going to be nearly impossible. So I'm going to have to get out of that main current, and I'm going to have to go into tributaries that perhaps aren't flooded and deal with that slow backup water until I can get to water that's flowing again. And that's
let me answer this question real quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long these last yet, to be totally transparent,
Yeah.
because when they come out the water, the light shuts off.
Okay.
So
Okay.
really, you're only burning battery when you're in the water, which is a good
Dude,
thing.
I seriously, I want to try those because, especially when I'm fishing 40 foot deep for donkeys, I don't really lose a lot of equipment, especially since I'm geared up enough. I probably wouldn't throw them for flatheads because it's pretty likely that I'm going to lose, one out of every 2 that I throw.
Right.
But down in donkey waters when I'm throwing the big sinkers, big weights, and all that, and those things look interesting as shit to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah.
No, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping people will just try them out. There's a lot of skepticism when it comes to rigs and does all the
There is.
extra stuff matter. And
Yeah.
I think my honest opinion, and I probably shouldn't be saying this as somebody who's making rigs and want people to buy them, is that I think they work, but they may not work all the time. And a buddy of mine who's fishes down here a lot and has won a bunch of tournaments, he said the thing that makes the most sense. He says catfish are just like people. They want different things at different times. They have moods, but their moods are not like ours. They're
They do.
instinctive. And so, when sometimes they may want a really oily bait, sometimes they may want, a small bait or a big bait or a flashy bait. Sometimes they don't want to work hard for their bait, so you got to put it right in front of them. Sometimes they'll swim up and snatch it.
Absolutely.
It depends on
Absolutely.
the colors, Like
Yep.
he doesn't use rattles in muddy water. He says that rattles, because the muddy water doesn't let the sound go out. You know, it dampens the sound, the muddy water. But in crystal clear water, he thinks that sound travels better. You know,
Mm-hmm.
whether he's right or wrong, I mean, at least it makes sense. You know,
Well, we can all tell ourselves stories
yeah.
um, that make
But
sense to
I think the
us.
basic thing that he said makes sense though is that they want different things at different times. Like
Yes,
they'll
absolutely.
eat
But
chicken sometimes.
I would
Sometimes they
not,
won't eat chicken.
I would not be curtailed throwing a rattle in clear, medium, or the dirtiest
Yeah.
water you've ever seen. The particulates in the water dampens the sound just a little bit, but it doesn't prevent it. The only thing that really prevents sound is depth and salinity, and we don't have to deal with salinity. As a matter of fact, I know a guy that invented part of the the United States Navy's most sophisticated sonar for submarines. And he talked with me at length about salinity, density, and never once did he mention of any problem of turbid water versus clear water. And yeah, so I just happen to know a little bit about that.
Yeah. He also
But
said that
anyways,
he
it's
said
what
that
a
he
guy's
also
comfortable with too. I mean, you can
fishes
believe it,
different
huh?
color floats and everything. Sometimes they'll hit
Yeah.
different color floats.
This is the true. That is true. I mean, I have literally drug baits in blue cat infested waters on the hottest bites you can shake, that you can find. Like catching 80 fish a day type thing. Yeah, 5 to 15, 20 pounds. Nothing big. Power plant lakes, whatever. And they will show a penchant for different colors. Matter of fact, they'll even bite floats a lot, especially if they're kind of keyed up. And so, yeah, I mean, there's no way to really predict it, or at least I haven't found it. I mean, I can't predict whether they're going to hit the perch color versus the black ones. But every once in a while, they'll hit all the black ones, and it'll just be very few hitting the perch color or chartreuse or any of that.
Mhm.
You know,
Same thing with baits. Like
yeah.
I used to do. Y'all know I used to use chicken a lot.
I like
And
that one, Freddie. I like that one.
here recently, I haven't had much luck on chicken at all.
Yeah.
Bluegill has been the best one for me. But I
Nice.
think it's just changing. Like the times I fish, that's when they were in bluegill, like spring, summer months.
Bluegill mode.
Yeah, and just it's different on the lake too. On the lake, they go into perch mode.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, Kevin. I've
Epic,
fished places that if you're not throwing a shad, you might as well go home. I've
epic.
Yeah.
fished
What
places that, yeah.
for those that I think what we gotta since we started, the first phone call we ever had, it was like I told you we never really fished for catfish. We were just pretty much
Yeah.
multi-species and et cetera, et cetera. Uh, but for those that are using,
Later,
obviously you
Jeff.
can catch some big fish on chicken. You can catch fish on chicken. What's your opinion for those that are using the baits like that? Do you think it matches like mussels? Do you think it's like the big fish are actually fighting? The big fish are actually fighting for food sources. In my opinion, I think there's not enough food source for those monster fish, so they're actually
No,
hitting those other
I
baits.
disagree 100% with that. I think that monster fish have the easiest time
Well, absolutely.
catching whatever they want because they can literally eat 5 or 10 pound fish. It's
All right,
not that
so
hard. Most now maybe they deal with the easy meals and they might fight over that, but I don't think giants fight
well,
over baits
well,
whatsoever. And
my
I'll tell you my experience with that because most of the time,
I can't
whenever
figure
I
out my camera.
mark a giant, even if it's by itself, I can throw a bait down in front of its face. It's still going to take 10 or 15 minutes before it decides to eat it. Now, if I throw one, let's just say I mark a 4.5, 5 foot fish, and he's amongst a bunch of 3 foot dinks, I'll almost never catch the giant first. The 3 foot dinks are running around, they're eating all this stuff. The
Well,
only way I can ensure that I'm going to catch the giant is to outsize those 3 footers.
well,
And that's true no matter where I go.
Hey guys,
that's
here's a
kind of my
question.
that's kind of my question, Epic. That's kind of my question.
Yeah.
Like, when people are catching a lot of the fish on the chickens and the things like
What's
that.
up, Robbie?
Sorry, Stan, I didn't hear that.
Well, no, that's kind of my question. We'll catch you'll catch a lot of fish. You can catch fish on chicken.
Sure.
Absolutely, it's a great. If you've got no time, you got 1 hour to go out
Yeah.
fishing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Grab some chicken and you can catch some catfish.
Yep.
But if you're fishing for that biggest fish out there,
Yeah.
what and you'll even catch some big fish on chicken. But big fish can be a little more selective. But for those that catch those monster fish that happen
Yeah.
to catch it on chicken, that's what I'm talking about.
Big
Like
fish
what?
to me have the luxury of time on their hands. They have a slow metabolism, and they don't really have to deal with fighting for scraps. Because when
There
they
you
go
go.
to eating, and we know that when they go to eating, it's a short bite window on these monsters.
Mhm.
All right, y'all are going to give G Style a complex if y'all don't answer his question.
Uh-oh.
Question for the boat guys. What's your opinion on hydro or mechanical steering?
No idea.
I don't know what hydro steering is.
I don't know what either is.
Oh, hydraulic steering. Oh, definitely hydraulic, unless you spring a leak. What do you think, mechanical or hydraulic? I never had mechanical. In fact, last time I drove something with mechanical steering was my father's 1974 stepside Chevrolet. And it had no power steering. So if you weren't moving and you tried to turn the wheel, it wasn't happening.
It ain't going.
Catfish with us. I'll try to help this out there a little bit. Catfish with us says mechanical, keep it simple. You know what? Sometimes I think we overthink this. You get a boat or you're on the bank and you look at Epic's been with us on Friday nights where we've been live for 14 straight hours talking about, and it pretty much breaks down to you put the food they're eating at the best spot where you think they might be based on the knowledge that you've learned due to experience or
That's too long.
research.
You
Kevin,
lost.
Kevin, is Stan sounding like 3CPO to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like cutting out, and there's a little twang to it.
Hey, I want to let Robbie Marino know that I hung out with your grandma on Saturday. Hey, y'all, Robbie. Let me tell y'all this. Robbie has got a major business going on. And if you ever come to Fort Mill, South Carolina, Rock Hill area, get in touch with Robbie because he's got a car detailing job like I never seen before. He posts pictures on social media. He does luxury vehicles like Ferraris and stuff. Man, and how old are you, Robbie? Are you 16 yet? Can you even drive yet?
I'm gonna guess 15, Kevin. I'm gonna guess 15.
What's up, Mac? Yeah, if it's over 200, you want hydraulic steering. I seen these. My dad and I were just talking about that. Some of these boats have tiller engines, 350 horsepower tiller engines.
It's crazy.
That's
All right,
scary.
everybody, I'm going to jump down in the comments because I've got a big storm coming and my signal is terrible. And
All
I
right,
can't
brother.
hear anybody. I'd rather just listen to you than be up here and not hear anybody.
Well-
So I'll get down in the old chat room. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me on, everybody.
Thank you, Epic.
Yep. Great to be here. I miss this stuff.
Love you, Tim.
Roll with that, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I got too many rigs to make. That's basically what it is I'm leaving to go to Alaska. I need to get Freddie some rigs before I go. So I'm like, well, I don't want to do it by myself.
Kevin, not to put you on the spot, what is the number one thing you're looking forward to in Alaska?
I mean, obviously the fishing. There's
I was gonna
halibut
say
fishing.
fish wise.
Yeah, halibut fishing, hands down.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I want to pull up a barn door. Um, there's because halibut fishing is
Uh,
kind of like catfishing. You really, I mean, freshwater is different, but you
yeah.
could catch anything.
Yep.
You know. But man,
And I,
I'd love to catch a 200-pound halibut, 300-pound halibut.
uh,
It'd be amazing. Otherwise, I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of driving too. We'll land in Anchorage, then we're staying the night in Anchorage, and there's a lot of scenic places I want to see and take pictures of.
absolutely.
Y'all be ready for the pictures now. Uh, but I'm also going to do a full video. Taking off the plane, everything. It's going to be like an Outdoor Boys video.
There
Um,
you go.
but it won't get taken down because it's offensive. Did y'all see that?
Uh, dude, it's crazy.
They went
It's
to
amazing.
Africa. They went to Africa and like hung out with a tribe and everything in their last video, and YouTube took it down because they said it was offensive.
It's amazing to me what is considered offensive and not offensive anymore. Like my grandfather was deacon of the church, and to me, what's considered offensive and not offensive anymore is absolutely just it blows my mind.
Yep. Let's see. Jody's got a tip. You want to read it?
Let's see. I have a tip for new anglers. If you mark a fish, pull ahead of them. There you go. Be careful not to cast too far where your baits land behind the fish. I stagger my baits to make sure I'm on the fish. Great tip, Jody. Another thing you can do with that, absolutely, we stagger our baits. The ones directly behind the boat, as far as we go, the ones directly behind the boat are the furthest out. We kind of go, as it goes further out, they're closer to the boat. And one of the things you could do is always, always, always have a down rod. And the down rods are the ones that are, with the monster rod holders. Speaking of monster rod holders, you got Jody's show every Tuesday at 6:30. I think she changes 6:30. But monster rod holders, they are amazing for that. You can get the 0. I think the next ones they have is a 5 as far as the
It's a
lowest.
talon. It's called a talon.
Yep, yep. And that is all we use is monster rod holders and the Hydro Web 80s. But for the down rod, you want it at a 0 or a 5 degree. You want it as close to parallel to the water as possible. You got the bait directly down right at your boat. And man, we've caught more fish. I think we've caught more fish on the down rods than even the ones we've had out staggered out. And monster rod holders will do the job for you.
That was something in Tennessee. We caught more fish suspended than we did on
Yep,
anything else.
absolutely.
But it's
Suspended.
different here. Like we actually have, and I'm not picking on the people in Tennessee,
Nope.
but we actually have a river. And I'm talking about like I don't know that. I'm talking about if you're fishing on what's it called? Chickamauga. I caught more fish in the lake on suspended rod. And I was like, why is it different? And then I realized that the Chickamauga is not really a river anymore. And so
There you go.
you don't have that as fast current out, all the time. But in our river, it's really hard to stay suspended, and it's not really that deep. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot of
that's
deep sections in the Tennessee River. Now,
that's
Nick and
key.
Jack, that was awesome.
That's
a
key
beautiful
too,
place.
Kevin. I may have to jump back out and come back in because I can't get my camera back up. But that's key too, Kevin, is because shallow shallow water, and I've had some luck with suspended, right under the boat, even in 4 foot of water. And I'm old school, like my old school self is like, it's got to be deep. It's catfish. It's got to be deep water. You can't catch them. And, fishing with Stan 3 and Dan, where a lot of their But everything. I was reminded this weekend that everything is subjective. When I was talking on Lance's, the McCoo guy, the Hawaiian fisherman, Lance McCoo guy, We had a great show Sunday night talking about we had Tank, which is Jeremy Creole Catfishing's brother, was up on panel, and we're talking about we were talking about fishing from across the country, deep water, shallow water. Well, it's all subjective. And what's deep water in some spots is shallow water in some other
Oh
spots.
yeah.
And so it's depends on the waters you're fishing. Uh and it also depends on temperatures. Like Louisiana, obviously way different temperatures than Virginia, way different temperatures than Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
I think more than that though, it's current, but it's also the underground or the structure of the Tennessee River. Like you have a flooded lake on the riverbed, the old river,
Yeah.
and so you have a lot of um, old inlets or
Oh,
creek
absolutely.
channels and all that, and so those fish highways are more pronounced on the Tennessee River. I
Absolutely. The
see
one thing, you know,
Randy Swain came in, and we got Carolina Cag Fishing Outdoor
what
Ventures.
what's up? What's up? Good, not food.
Yeah, it's a new channel name for me, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
I that's a new one for me also. Yes,
um,
that's the way to go, Jody. Like, I don't care how shallow you are. If you're not putting a down rod, you are missing fish. Because if you cast past them, that down rod will bring them up to your boat. I wholeheartedly believe that.
need some catfish rods. I'm using drum rods in a moment. That'll do the trick. I may reek out some extra rods, put out some. What's drum, if I may ask?
Uh,
Drum rod.
Kevin, I switched over to the other. So if you want to keep doing the things, I switched over to my
Yeah,
other.
you're fine.
Epic says D equals RC squared. Well, one thing about Epic, it's math and science. And that's where Epic and I have talked a lot about with formulas and things like that. For blue catfish, it is current, depth, structure. So current, blue cats are built for current. I have caught very, very few big blue cats in no current. I'm just saying, like they don't feed in. They need current. They need current. That's why your blue cats. That's some of the big issues with these pay ponds and all that stuff, and that's some of the big issues with
That
stocking blue.
that's river catfish. Now
Yes,
lake
blue.
catfish don't have to have current.
Yes. However, when you say lake,
That's
Kevin,
the plain Jane rig, everybody. Plain Jane. Just a quick commercial break. You got the Mustad 10-odd hook, the white bobber, black rattle, 80-pound leader line, three-way bumper swivel, and a clip. And the link to get these is in the description, just for those of you who are new. We haven't mentioned it in a while. And get them at foacustomsandgear.com.
there you
Go
go.
ahead, Lake Catfish.
Lake catfish, one of the things with the lake is there's an inlet and an outlet in a lake. So even though it's just a lake, there is still a
In
current that
some
goes.
places, I guess
It's not a
it
it's not
depends
a
on what
pond. A
lake you're
pond is
in.
a controlled substance, a controlled area. There's
Mhm.
no, so that's why they do not do as well in ponds.
Oh no, I was talking about. You said catfish with no current don't feed.
Well, they don't breed as well. They don't have a lot of breeding areas. Blue catfish, they are the primary thing with blue catfish is current. And well, you can't take that away from the bigger lakes like Wiley and et cetera, and all the compounds on the Tennessee River, and the Santa Cruz, the lakes there. They will. Woohoo! There's Freddie. But the primary thing with blue cats,
Who's that going
and you're
to?
right, it is river.
Chris, catch fish with us. There's his order, ready to go.
There you
Going
go.
out tomorrow.
Big shout out. I can't think. Kevin, as far as a new channel coming in, taking over the community, just being part of everything. Catfish with us. You got Chris, V. Big shout out to V. They did a great job in this past women's tournament. Their partner Joe. They've won some. Are they up to 2 wins? I think 2 wins with Channel Cats on the Live Fishing Tournament League. Big shout out, Channel Cats representing this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Carolina kayak. It's funny you mentioned that. I'm in South Carolina. If you're I don't know if you're which Carolina you're in, but I fished a coastal system called the Cooper River, and once in a while, as I'm catfishing, I'll catch red drum, or we call them spot tail bass. But we'll catch them, and I've even caught a drum, a red drum on a piece of chicken. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You
know what? There's pretty much been every fish out there. It's pretty much been caught on a piece of chicken. Occasionally.
I thought it was going to be impossible to catch a flathead, but I caught it. I caught a flathead on chicken.
I've caught flathead on chicken. I've caught stripers on chicken. I've caught bowfin on chicken. I've caught gar on chicken.
Oh, nice.
However,
I used to visit
my
Kevin a lot.
My favorite chicken bait is lemonade chicken, though.
Yeah. I haven't tried that in a long time. I actually haven't put flavors in my chicken in a long time. Maybe I need to get back.
Yeah, you know what? And in talking with Epic, that's one of the things that I have learned. That we're all at different levels, and when we say catch a catfish, I've been talking a lot with Dustin Winkles, who is the new guy here on the James River. He sent me a picture this weekend of a 4-pound, 3.9-pound blue cat that he caught from the boat. And that's one of the biggest fish he's caught on the boat. So you know what, Kevin? More power. That's awesome, dude. Keep going. Like, he's been fishing stand days with us, and he was catching 1 pound blue cats after.
I think Stan's trying to secretly make me feel better about the size fish that I'm catching.
No, absolutely not.
I resemble that comment.
No, my point is, Kevin, is that we're all on different journeys, and Epic. Tim Scott, one of my best friends, but I'm still kind of. It's Tim Scott. It's Epic. That's obviously. We call him the Catfish Professor. We call him, and I have talked to him hundreds and hundreds of hours on the phone. Trying to learn, what can you tell us, Tim? And that was the biggest thing.
That's not the truth, Stan. I'm gonna have to stop you. Because y'all didn't talk to each other. I guarantee it was one of y'all talking the whole time, and in the next conversation, the other one of you talked on.
That's true.
But that's
you mean this one, Randy? This picture I just got from my manufacturer?
Boom, boom, bam.
Whoa.
You know what that looks like to me? That looks like 7.5-foot FOA rods. I'm just saying.
This looks like the new Plain Jane rod.
Yep. That's two of the 3 rods. The first 2 rods are done. They'll finish the third one up. They had a little delay on it. They'll finish it up the end of this week, and they'll all be headed to me by early next week. So, woohoo! Couple weeks out.
I gotta get the camera. I must have hit do not allow camera when I came back into the thing, but
Epic said y'all do surprisingly well. Was that a different color handle on one of those?
No, it's just the plastic, the way it looked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool. I was
big-
like a great handle. Nice.
Correct me if I'm not right, Freddie. You've got one of them is the trigger grip.
Yep, that's the one they're finishing up. The other, let's see, the standard. Let's see if I can blow it up any. Can't really see it that great, but Come on, light. See, that's the plastic, Kevin. Makes it look pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that's your standard grip casting. It's all done with your stainless eyes.
Hey, introduce yourself. We got someone new in chat. Introduce you and your business. Yeah, it's FOA Customs and Gear.
Well,
We got the owner on there.
yeah, owner FOA Customs and Gear.
.com.
Veteran owned and approved.
Right here in South Carolina. Look at the link in the description. There's a link to Freddie's website in the description.
We got rods and tackle, all the fun stuff, and we do these wonderful live fishing tournament league swag, bait towels.
By the way, the next time I host the live tournament league, it'll be on my other channel. The link to that channel is in the description, and JG's been posting it in the chat. There's another plain Jane going in the box, but that way you can see that because I won't be live streaming the tournaments on my main channel anymore.
Big shout out to JG. Thank you. We appreciate you doing that. And big shout out to JG, Kevin. What a great job he did. Coming in the last time with that, what was it? The Midnight Madness.
Oh, man, he saved my life, man.
Big shout out to JG for that. I was impressed with how well he did jumping in at the last minute. We all know, anybody that's hosted a tournament know that's not easy. And to come in and take over like that, great job, JG.
Well, I have a remedy to that now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because that was the thing, if there's action going on, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
When everybody in the channel is concentrating, everybody's fish is concentrating, there's no fish being caught, and it's just up to me, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, and I work all day. But if I had rigs to make, that is a clamshell press. He makes T-shirts and hats, and
we got 2 of them out here. We make rags and towels, and I did a couple of T-shirts, and we make lots of bait rags for lots of companies. As you see, there's a whole stack of them right there.
Do you have the new shirt on?
No, I don't have any shirt. I've got just a.
I didn't know if you had the.
Oh, well, thank you, Freddie. Freddie's talking about me there, Beyond Legendary.
Some of the ones, and then we do mugs and cups and glassware. I just did a couple of these for an order.
Nice.
Let's see. Carolina Kayak out fishing and outdoor adventures liked and shared. Well, thank you. Yeah, this is the catfish.
What's your name, Carolina Kayak? And also, Freddie's current rod is a kayak rod.
That's right.
We have I don't have either one of them in here. They're all outside, but we carry a 5-foot and a 6-foot catfish rod. They're both medium power, moderate to fast action with stainless eyes and aluminum reel seat. 2 to 10 ounces.
If you fish from the kayak, that'd be a good. And you say you're looking for catfish rod. That's a good one to start with.
And
we also do license plates.
Our featured video on Two Stands Fishing just happens to be Stand 3 fishing from a kayak, catching several 60-pounders on the kayak with the FOA double Y rods. Just saying, that's our featured videos on our channel. Just saying.
Stand 3 still holds the second biggest fish caught on a FOA rod, 76 pounds.
Wait a minute. Now I think Austin may have just passed. We're gonna have to.
No, I think Sean has the biggest one.
Well, yeah, Tim and Sean from Epic Catfish have the biggest, which is we'll just round it off and say 90-pounder. We couldn't tell if it was the high 80s or low 90s, but we said 90. And then the second is either a toss-up between Stand 3. I think his was 76, but I'm not sure. And I know Austin's wife caught a 73.5-pounder this past weekend on it.
Dude, we're a big believer. Once it's a 70+ pound class fish. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? Once it gets up to that size, it could just spit up a piece of bait and it loses 5 pounds.
The Carolina Kayak is Willie. Welcome, Willie.
Welcome, Willie. So yeah, so you got Austin and stand 3, and then probably the next 6 or 7 biggest fish have came from stand 3, and I've got 1 or 2 of them in there. My grandson's got a
You
couple in
don't
there.
fish.
I have, Kevin. I have fished this year. I went out a couple times this past couple weeks. Thanks to Dustin. Thank you, thank you.
I'm going Friday.
But you know
Friday
what,
morning.
Kevin? Speaking of me not
Here's
hosting,
the, guys, here's the purple peanut. Hey, Maurice Cason's in the house.
what's up, Maurice?
I'll take that comment down there. Here's the purple peanut. This is the third one. We have the flasher rig, which I showed earlier. Has these a red bobber and a flasher rig on the hook. And this is the purple peanut. Maurice is in the house. First ever subscriber of the year in the Golden Whiskers.
And you know what, Kevin? Speaking of the golden whiskers, that's right. I can fish. I just can't operate a net because I'll knock that. I'll knock that pontoon Jody catfish, the pontoon Jody flathead challenge winning fish. I'll just knock it right off your rod if I'm out there in the boat with you. I'm not going to live that one down till I net a winning fish, Kevin. You know how it goes. Like, it wasn't even my fault. The fish just popped off, but everybody saw me going down with the net. So they just assumed that I would actually knock a winning fish off of Dustin's rod. You know, I'm not that kind of person. I would never, ever do that.
And feel free to post some of the guys' channels in there too. JG, Epic, Catfish with Us, Two Stands. You know,
There you go.
so that
Yeah.
Willie can go check everybody out. You'll learn a lot from a lot of these channels.
Except for
Pep-
Thursday night, you come watch us on a channel called Fields to Water tomorrow night at 8 p.m. It's called The Bait Shop, and it's literally old guys at a bait shop talking.
It's a lot of BS. Bait shop. That's right, JG. And one thing with Freddie, he has got some amazing pro staff. You know, some of the best anglers out there in pro staff. You got Hooks and Hammocks, Fields to Water.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, some amazing anglers, Kevin. They're just amazing.
People,
I know I led with Chad, but you know, give me a break
amazing
on
people. Definitely, some of the best people I know.
that. All right. Well, Kevin, you cannot argue. You cannot argue with this. Oh, I got to get my camera working. Son of a gun! I am holding up the trophy for the first ever live fishing tournament league that I won single-handedly.
Yeah. I sense your nose is getting longer.
Yeah.
Wow, Pinocchio's come up twice in 2 days. I gotta watch out.
Yeah, Willie, this there's a catfish community and then there's a live stream community. And we're part of both. But you'll find some YouTubers, you know, will join, some won't. And then you'll have your catfish community that's more of like your tournament anglers. They don't really mess around with YouTube or live streams. But then like this community, pretty much these guys and people in chat, we support everyone. We like tournament anglers. We like YouTubers, TikTokers. We like, you know, just the regular person that doesn't do anything, that just fishes. You love catfish or talking about fishing in general, then we love you. So welcome in, man.
That's right.
And we're not trying to sell, and this isn't a commercial show. I literally had to make a bunch of rigs, and I didn't want to do it by myself because it seems like when you do this tedious work like this, it takes forever unless you have something to distract you.
True.
And so before you know it, like I'm out of red packaging for my flasher rig, so I can't make any more of those. I'm almost out of black packaging. But I just got all my bulk corks in. There's all my white ones. Got my white corks. Got my my purple corks. I think I am going to try dyeing some corks. What do you think about that, Freddie?
Might as well.
That way we, you kind of cut if we're gonna if I'm gonna market these things for like people that want to match their tackle to their rods. I mean, you got to have all the colors.
You never know. You may start dyeing them and them come out cool tie dye color, and need to have another
There you go.
brand new color.
There you go. Matt says, "Stan, put the apple juice down and back away." Rita Lady said, "I love how Stan ignores my few comments to him." Yeah, he's in tournament mode. I love fishing. I'm retired and disabled. I have nothing else to do but grow veggies and go fishing. Man, you'd be friends with my wife too. She's got a garden. Did we just become best friends? I think we did. Also carved duck decoys and plan on making some baby duck top lures. Nice.
Oh,
Two-tone dyed. Yeah, we can do. I mean, sky's the limit. Can't wait till I get my flasher rig. Oh, River Rat order. Oh, that's right. He won one. It's in the mail.
it went out in the mail.
All right, nice, Tim. Green and black. I think that Freddie already has green and black, don't you?
Green and black is the only colors you need. Well, oh no, that's just Jody. We've got green peg floats and green and black Nina Ninjas.
Well, Jody, I'm gonna make I guess what we call it, the hangry rig, the Fatboy rig, the kind of Chinese buffet rig. it'll be a green float. It'll be whatever color. It has to be green. I already ordered it, but it's a big float though. It's not the same as the 3-inch. Nice. There you go. You got people after your own heart there, Willie. I think a lot of people garden in this community.
I didn't get a chance to do a garden this year.
No?
Well, you see, a little busy doing other things this year.
No. Kevin, have float sitting around like coloring Easter eggs. Yeah. It'd be a party. Well, what I'm really looking for looking for something for me and my dad to do together. And, if these things start selling, then me and him can spend a lot of time together just making rigs and hanging out with each other.
Yep.
That would be cool. We made lead the other night. Do you make leads for your site?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, we got, I think I got the coin sinkers back on there, but we definitely got the cannonballs. I do cannonballs 1 through 8 ounces, I believe.
Is it not your favorite thing to do?
Yeah, it's so much fun dealing with all that.
I made me some first singers I ever made the other night, and I sucked at it. It took me a while to get it right. Because if you don't pour it just right.
Yeah.
But we got the lead for free.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I made some 8-ounce coin singers and 10-ounce coin sinkers.
Yeah, our coins, we only go up to 6. I know. No, I only got that in 2, 3, and 4. Because that's usually what most people around here use, unless they're going to go to me. If I'm going to be using anything over 4, I'm either using my bottom pounder dragon weights, which are 6 and 8 ounces, or I'm using 6, 8, or 10-ounce cannonball.
Let's see. Greg said, "Hello, Kevin. My wife, brother lives on the Cook Inlet. Hey, that's where we're going. We're going there day 5. We're driving down to Homer, and we're going to stay right on the spit in Homer, Alaska." Maddie said, "I'm on Kevin's channel talking to myself. Maybe Matt's will come over here." Oh, poor Maddie. Randy said, "Me too." Y'all are over there talking to yourselves. That's funny. Here you go, guys. We can for those of you who are new,
What the heck? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ralph. Oh. Get your weight up, baby. FOA all the way.
FOA Customs and Gear. Custom tackle and fishing gear at an affordable price. Veteran owned, small business, located in South Carolina. Get all your fishing needs at www.foacustomsandgear.com.
Oh, and we lost Stan on that transition.
And every one of those fish in those pictures were caught on either a 5 or 6 foot rod, FOA rod.
Hey, there's Nubbies. What's up, Nubbies? Kevin, you catch good flounder off the bank right down by the hotel. Nice. But what we're gonna have to do is, because we're not going straight home. We're not going straight to the airport after our guide service. We have to leave. We have to leave our fish at the guide service. And when we come back from home or we drive back by Kenai, we got to pick it up. And then we got to take it to the airport, and they have a freezer. And we have to pay to keep 6 boxes of fish in the freezer. Because we're going from Anchorage to Talkeetna. And in Talkeetna, we'll get on a plane and land on a glacier on Denali. And then when we come back, we have to get our fish out the freezer and then check them on the plane. So I thought that they shipped it back for us. But that is
I
not-
guess you got to do it on your own.
yeah. Well, they give you the airline boxes, which are airline approved.
Yeah.
And they freeze it and pack it for you. But they said to ship it, because I was like, can't y'all just ship it for us? He said, yeah, it's $400 a box. I was like, never mind. No, you're right. The airport freezer's sounding pretty good right now. I don't know how much they charge, but it can't be $400 just to leave it in their freezer for 2 days.
It'll be $300 for a week.
Oh man, that sucks. Nobody says getting ready for work. JG's heading out. Night, buddy. It's a cheap rod and leave it with someone. Buy a cheap rod and donate it to someone when you leave.
There you go.
I don't get it.
I guess he's saying buy a cheap rod on your way up there and just donate it when you leave instead of pack it back and bring it home.
No, the fish is what we have to bring home.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, they provide all. They provide all that stuff. Yeah. No, they box it for us. They box it in airline approved boxes, but they don't ship it.
Yeah.
Except you can ship it, but it's around $400 per box. And I was like, hey, never mind. Because I plan on, because the guide service we have includes fish processing, packing and freezing, and airline box for 100 pounds per person. So they're 250-pound boxes, basically. So we'll be bringing back 6 boxes of fish, hopefully.
Nice.
Randy said he brought 4 boxes back home. Shipping that rates on the plane is free. It's convenient. Yeah. 3. Yeah, it'd be nice if and I get it, price or shipping is crazy, but it'd be nice if they did ship it, like just take it all inclusive, like, yeah, we'll just ship it to you, because that's what I thought. And I was like, Anna, you're going to have to make sure you're at the house. Because I'm sure they pack it in dry ice.
Yeah.
or some kind of ice pouch.
Yeah, they would have to do something, I would think.
Matt said one of his buddies just sent him some salmon. Let's just say it was high hundreds. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and typically, I do catch and release. I don't really eat fish like that much. But I mean, when's the next time I'm going to catch my own halibut and my own salmon and my own cod? And it's an experience. And even though I could spend money to pay off other stuff, this is once in a lifetime thing. This kind of tripping. Because if it was just me and Dad, we'd be fine with going to fish and come home. My brother's not a real big fisherman.
Yep.
That's where the ATV ride on the beach comes from, and the glacier, and staying extra nights, and so that kind of made it really expensive.
Chris Reed, I guess that's how you said it. This is the first time watching your live stream.
Watch some of the older videos. My wife and I enjoy your videos. Thanks, man. Yeah, a lot of people watch my pontoon camping videos, and that's how they find me. Or the Kool-Aid chicken. Right now, that video is hot again, and then so when I do live streams, they usually unsubscribe. So that's why I created the other channel for the live tournaments. But welcome, Chris. Glad you enjoy the channel, man. It makes me happy. Joey said, one more work day, then I'm on vacation, baby. Me too. When we were up there last time, it cost me more to ship fish than the plane ticket. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Long drive to Homer to Talkeetna, about 6 hours. Yep. And thank you for being a member there, Paul Snazzy. And Freddie is a member too.
Woohoo!
And Matt is a member. My dad and I did our first pontoon camping on Father's Day weekend. Yes! That's awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait for overnight videos. They're coming, man. I want to do some when I get back. Changing jobs and stuff kind of messed it up before then.
Yeah.
I've been watching your video. Hey, Devin Spall. I'm watching your videos a lot lately because you have the same boat as I ordered. Nice. Waiting for Bennington to build it. Only classic I can find on YouTube. Plus, you're a good dude. Appreciate that, man. You're a good dude, too. Just realized we have the same name, too. LOL, Devin. I'm Kevin with a K. But Devin is still cool. Nubby said, I'm going to have to watch the pontoon camping videos. Bought a pontoon last week. Yeah, some I've it's funny because I have people, each one I do it's viral. And people are like, why don't you just do more? And like, you don't realize that's 2 days, and I have a full-time job, and it's a lot of work. But they are popular, so I try to do at least one a year. I'm going to try to increase that to 2 this year. And summertime, this summer, I'm going to do one this summer. And I'm going to bring an air conditioner on the boat and talk about bougie pontoon boat camping. But I've gotten some lithium-ion batteries from some companies, and I'm going to put them to the test, see how long they can run an air conditioner on a boat. But I've had guys had some negative comments this week too, which is strange. But some guys say, hey, man, I bought a pontoon boat because of your video, and I'm going to do it up just like yours so I can camp. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You spent a lot of money. But no, it's awesome. Then I had one guy last week. You have a bunch of comments. That's probably try not to pay attention to them too much, but you have a bunch of positive comments. And you got one guy that says, look like you can stand to miss a meal or two. I was like, yeah, man, you're original. How lonely do you have to be to come on here and troll people on YouTube?
Yeah.
I said a prayer for him and, you know, moved on. He's right, but hey, I already know that. You don't have to tell me that. Let's see. Eddie Seegers. What's up, Eddie? I've caught a lot of fish from watching your channel. Love the pontoon game, but also thanks, Eddie. Man, you guys are making me feel good. Appreciate it. Nothing wrong with that. AC, that's what I'm talking about. I mentioned the same thing. Yeah, man. Actually, the one I'm going to use is right here next to me. It's a portable one. The only thing I got to figure out is the return air. So this one pulls it from outside, but it doesn't recirculate it back outside. So James running the air on his boat with the generator. Yeah. Eventually I'll buy one of those quiet generators, but they're really expensive too. But I have those batteries. And I do have the little EcoFlow. That might run it for a little while, but I got that 24-volt battery. That should do pretty good. How big is your boat? A 20-foot. I just got a new trailer for it too, and it's sweet. Well worth the money. I ran down the interstate all the way to Tennessee at 70 miles an hour. Probably shouldn't have done that.
Probably should have done 60.
It already took me 8 hours.
I know, but that difference between gas miles between 60 and 70 pulling a boat, yeah, that's a big difference.
Here you go. I always tell them I can't help. I buy food and not drugs. Amen, brother. Can we see the AC? I'll find it on Amazon for you real quick. It's not cheap. I didn't buy it for the boat. I bought it because this is a long story, but our air conditioner went out because of structural things with our house. And we bought them thinking they would be good to cool the house, and they are not. Do not buy them to cool your house. Get you a window unit. Window unit is the way to go. I can't find the exact one, but I guess I can share this. Just go on Amazon and type in portable air conditioner. That's what they look like right here. This 14,000 BTU. Kind of what I got. But if you want one for your house, the only ones that I recommend are the ones with the dual intake system. This one right here, I think. Yeah, the Duo. It sucks in and blows out. Because what this one does is it just blows the cold air out and it doesn't recirculate, so you can build up pressure in your house and it doesn't really cool as well. But I have I figured that out after I bought the single ones, of course, and that one cools so much better. But on the boat, I figured I got 2 of these things that I don't use. So why not take it out on the boat and try it out?
Give it a shot. You never know.
But I also have one of those jet fans. Here's what you really need. Now, this thing is worth every cent. I call it a jet fan. Of course, it's not what it's called. High-speed fan. I have one of these in my garage. Let me find it. Oh, yeah. This thing right here. This thing right here. That thing right there is awesome. So if I don't do the air conditioner, I'll definitely bring this thing. And I'll put the link in chat in case anybody wants to grab it up. This thing will cool you down in a small area. This thing right here? Yeah. There you go. All right, man. Bust out another 1,000. That's right. My wife hasn't camped with me, but she wants to. She doesn't like the cold, and I like to camp in the cold. Let's see. Take it easy, Willie. We had a generator. It wasn't big enough to run the AC, so you had to get a bigger generator. Maybe the battery won't work.
Never know till you try.
Yeah. Let's see. Have a couple rechargeable fans. Yep. Yeah, I got those too. Rechargeable fan. I bought two of them actually. Well, these are the ones that are popular on TikTok. This is the one I bought. It's called a Cooney fan. See, there's proof right there. Purchased another variation 2 times. In fact, that's the one I got right there. I didn't pay $57 for it. It went up. But these things last a long time. And you can recharge them. I use them a lot. See how these. I'd rather have a boat than racing. These fans are awesome in a closed trailer. Oh, I got a 15 below bag. She'd be fine. She doesn't like the idea of cold.
Well, all right, Kev, I'm done with what I got to do for tonight. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm probably
get up early to go get the grandbaby.
I hear that, man. I got a few more I'm gonna make, and I'm out too.
I appreciate you letting me coming up, hanging out while I do my work. So,
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming up, keeping us company.
all right, but we'll see you soon.
All right, later. 9, 10. I do 10 wraps on that hook. Back to front. Use glove, pull that tight. Make that tag in. That tag in is a little too long. Got a trash can down here. And I'm making plain Jane rig, so I got a white peg float. All right, thanks, Eddie. All right. Huge catfish. There's a peg float right there. And put your rattle on there. Whoop. That rattles in the current. This is 80-pound Andy leader line. 1, 2, 3, 4 twists. 4 twists is enough with Andy, trust me. This improved clinch knot. Little tag off of there. These are awesome too. And 1, 2, 3. Wind those up. Make sure I hit the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all keeping me company. Comes with a clip. There we go. Almost got that box full. Night, Chris. See ya. I'm gonna make one more and get out of here, guys. But remember, if you haven't, before you leave, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you check out. So I go through the front. Make sure you check out my other channel, Palmetto Live. It's the same logo, but it's white. And we'll do the LFTL tournaments, Live Tournament Fishing League, through that channel from now on. So make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss any of the action. Black rattle. One. Come on, twist. 2, 3, 4. Two there. And slip in. Bam. Does it matter if the rattle's on the hook or something? No, it doesn't matter. I started doing the hook on the rattle on the hook. I used to do the rattle on the hook. I saw a really old school guy who catches a lot of fish. He puts his rattle above the float, and he catches way more fish than I do. So that's why I changed it up. And he seems to think that maybe if they bite the rattle and they crunch down the rattle, they'll let it go. So he didn't want anything interfering with it. It makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people do put it on the hook. And, personal preference. You can do it either way. I don't think it matters too much. I'm selling these. These are on links in the description, foacustomsandgear.com. The plain Janes are $5. The purple peanuts are $5. That has 2 rattles on it. And then the flasher rig is $6. And the flasher rig has this on it. Flashing eye. It's activated by water, so I put a little moisture on my thumb. Whenever the sensor is submerged, the eye flashes. I think it's like 6 different colors. Fatboy rigs, guys. You can get all 3 of them. And in fact, he's out of plain Janes right now. That's why I'm making them. But Freddie will have them next week. I'm going to mail them out on Thursday. So that's about it, guys. I'm going to head out because I do have to work in the morning. I got one more day. It's 11 o'clock here. So thank y'all for hanging out. Heavenly Father, thank you for this time. Thank you for our friends that come in here. Lord, we thank you for all the gifts you've given us and blessings. We just ask you to look after our friend JG. Lord, you know what's on his heart. You know his prayer is. Lord, we just ask that you heal him. Lord, be with our friend Daryl who sunk his boat. Lord, be with him and the insurance company. Lord, be with those who are ill and in trouble and those who don't know you, Lord. Use any of us to reach out to them to bring more people to your kingdom. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, everybody. Love you. What's the name of the place you can get it? Right there. Here's the link. All right there. FOA Customs and Gear. No, that's not it. Hold on. Hang on a second. I'll get it for you. All right, here you go. Thanks, Chris. There's the link right there to check out the rigs. All right, guys. Till next time. Happy fishing.